Well, one local resident is taking his fitness and endurance to a whole other level. He will soon be competing in what's called the Spartan Death Race. CIty TV's Jared Head caught up with Matt Trinca at Rynerson Park for one of his extreme training workouts.
Lakewood is one of California's most active cities. We've got Sports Town USA, Lakewood Youth Sports, and wonderful parks. And one Lakewood resident, Matt Trinca, is preparing for the race of his life.
I've been running competitively for the past 20 years. I started in high school, ran cross country in college at Loyola Marymount University here in Los Angeles. I moved down here into Lakewood, got involved with obstacle racing and mud runs, and just had a blast with it. And I thought, how can I take this further? And so I started getting involved with extreme racing. Now I find myself signed up for the craziest challenge of them all, the death race.
The Death Race, an event in which the toughest ultra-athletes are tested beyond their limits. The grueling challenge flaunts a telling statistic. Only 10% of those who start the race make it to the finish.
The death race is a 48-hour-plus challenge. It's organized in about 2008 by this company called Peaks Racing in Vermont. And it's just an extreme challenge that's going to push you to your limits. There is no finish line. There is no set duration. You have no idea what they're going to throw at you. You just basically show up with a list of random equipment that they tell you have to have about the week before the event starts. And you just go, and you don't quit. That's what it's all about.
This will be Matt's first attempt. And in order to survive a challenge as difficult as the death race, training can be just as grueling.
My friends, they arrange these trainings, and they put me through these different themed challenges. About 2 weeks ago, we did a training in Monrovia Canyon Park in Pasadena. It was betrayal was the theme. So they told us we were going to go swimming in the Pasadena Aqua Center there at the Rose Bowl, and we all got all dressed up in our swim gear. And then instead, they made us get into a van, and they drove us up to the state park, and we had to cut trails with hose and rakes and shovels. And we were still in our swim caps and goggles. And then they made us swim in some disgusting pond, and they made us push a tire up a hill. So that's the kind of training that they put me through.
A lot of times, these trainings, we'll put a lot of time and efforts to kind of, if there's certain things or weaknesses that we want to focus on developing that strength, we'll do that. And other times, it will just come together. I'll bring a tire, he'll bring some kettlebells. I've got the rope, you've got the weight vest. We'll put it together and just kind of make it happen that way.
These are things that you would typically see in a Spartan race or maybe in a death race. You never quite know what they're going to throw at you in a death race.
And now I'm going to get a taste of what it's like to train for the death race. But I can't do it in these clothes. Oh, well, this is much better.
All right, Jared, you ready to train?
Yep, let's go.
Get on that tire.
The goal is to take the tire around the park without dropping it.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Okay, hold it.
As Matt and Michael explained to us earlier, not all of the training has a physical purpose. Some of the challenges are designed to provide the mental preparation to handle the obstacles faced in the death race.
To get involved in this extreme racing, you need a lot of mental fortitude. You need to be a little bit crazy as well, because some of the stuff they throw at you is just ridiculous. You, of course, need the dedication and the resolve to get out there and work hard, train every day, be fit. But basically, it's fearlessness. And if you don't have that fearlessness, this kind of training, this kind of event brings it out in you. At the end, you get a tiny little plastic skull for all your reward. So it's not about any kind of trophy or any kind of prize or money. It's about personal pride and finishing what you started.
For CIty TV, I'm Jared Head.
I think Jared gave up. Matt Trinca says he believes his time in the Boy Scouts and his experience with hiking and camping will also serve him well, because this year's death race theme is the Explorer. We wish him the best of luck.